Elon Musk is for sure the most entertaining billionaire that's ever lived. Let's see. This guy says Elon Musk is not playing around in this interview. I was born in South Africa, but cannot get a license to operate in Starlink because I'm not black. Does that seem right to you? So Elon Musk is asking this of a journalist.
Not otherwise. And so now I'm in this absurd situation where I was born in South Africa, but cannot get a license to operate in Starlink because I'm not black.
Well, it looks like that's about. Looks like that.
Right to you?
Looks like that's about to change.
I just asked you a question. Please answer. Does that seem right to you?
Well, those rules were designed to bring.
Yes or no?
Those rules were designed to bring about an era of more economic equality in South Africa, and it looks like the government has found a way around those rules for you.
I asked you a question.
This is your interview. Everyone wants to hear from you.
I asked you a question. Yes or no?
Not
Racist
for me.
Laws, yes or no?
Not for me to answer. I have got a question for you about your government work, though, and the amount of savings.
Why do you like racist laws?
This is not for me to answer. Come on.
Yes, it is.
Now, you wouldn't be trying to dodge a question.
So you have to ask a question. I answer my question. No, you answer mine. Not otherwise. And so
what he's doing here, he's well aware of the framing. He's trying to break her narrative, right? And we've got another example here. Yes, and here Elon Musk just called the reporter an NPC. So, yeah, he's kind of had it with journalists. He's not under any illusions about what their purpose is now.
You've talked about $4 billion a day being saved, but that won't get, which is, and I think everyone can agree that combating waste and inefficiency in government is a very good thing. But if you add that up, it's not going to get to 2 trillion over the lifetime of Doge.
I'm sorry.
The 4 billion a day, if Doge is going to run till next July, is not going to get you to $2 trillion. But you still say it's your aim, so we'll take that as read.
There's what Doge. I mean, I feel you're somewhat trapped in the NPC dialogue tree of a traditional journalist. So it's difficult when I'm conversing with someone who's trapped in the dialogue tree of a conventional journalist, because it's like talking to a computer. Doge is an advisory group. We are doing the best we can as an advisory group. The progress made thus far as an advisory group is excellent. I don't think any advisory group has done better in the history of advisory groups for the government. We do not make the laws, nor do we control the judiciary, nor do we control the executive branch. We are simply advisors. In that context, we are doing very well. Beyond that, we cannot we cannot take action beyond that, because we are not some sort of imperial dictator of the government. Mm-hmm. There are 3 branches of government that are to some degree opposed to that level of cost savings. But nonetheless, let's not criticize whether there's 4 trillion, and instead look at the fact that 160 billion has been saved, and more will be saved too.
See, it's not that the media is trying in good faith and just simply, failing to inform the public. It's that objectivity and integrity are just never on the table in the first place. It's about framing, and often just outright deception in service to this, pre-decided narrative. That's what she's doing here. She's framing. She's trying to frame it negatively, but also, too, framing Doge as something that it's not. It's in an advisory role. It doesn't have the power to actually do anything itself, right? So in a society in which merit has become basically a dirty word for the elites, it's certain that there are many journalists, maybe this one, simply have no idea that Doge is just an advisory body with no authority to cut anything, that they just advise the agencies who ultimately make the decisions, right? They're just advising. So, she may be one of the journalists who just literally has no idea what she's talking about. It's just, she understands the narrative, she's told what to do and she just does it, right? You certainly will have, there certainly are journalists who know what they're doing, and are doing it, knowingly. They knowingly are lying to the public. You have, activist judges, obviously, who seem to feel like they have more power than the president and are operating just on ideological grounds or the whims of political fashion, whatever, for the people. They have to answer to the people at their dinner parties. But certainly there are many, many who know what they're doing, pretend not to know, and are happy just to manipulate over inform, and that is the job now, manipulation over informing, right? So in short, it's rigged. So when Elon Musk is talking to people like this, it's just rigged. And the only remedy to this is to strip them of audience and funds and to call them out publicly, which, when done well, it does both, and it works. We've seen that. I mean, I think that is what's responsible for the rise of new media. Independent media is what was really responsible for Trump 2024. It probably couldn't have happened. It probably couldn't have happened without Elon Musk buying X, quite frankly. So this is a great lesson, right? In that, I mean, does this journalist, it seems like this is a pretty big deal. Like this, whatever this is, this in conversation with Elon Musk, it seems like I think this is a Bloomberg thing, probably. It's like a pretty big deal, right? So she should know. She's asking the questions of Elon Musk, who is not just some guy. She should know that Elon Musk is not personally making cuts and that he's failing to make the cuts that he promised. No, he's advising. He's advising. And $160 billion in savings already is very impressive. But she has to frame it negatively, that he's failing in some way. That's the job. That's her job. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.